Now, when you meet someone for the first time and you're a fan of their music, you always hope the chemistry and energy is going to be there from the off. And when you pick out a track of theirs to play and they go, you know what, there's a video already in the works for that, you know the connection's there early.
You let the cat out of the bag though. It's cool though, it's cool.
It's Tiny Boost in the building. Welcome, brothers. Great to have you here, man.
We're good.
You're good. Listen, and this is a great point in time really to have you on the show, because it's towards the end of the year and your last 12 months, bro.
Political, but
it's been a very busy, a very active 12 months. You've done a lot.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? How your year's been?
Well, this has been my best year so far in the last 8 years. So, boy, I can't complain, you know.
We're in a good place, man. We're in a good place.
Yeah, for real.
Have we hit any objectives or goals that you kind of set yourself at the start of the year, or do you kind of just put things out there and see how they develop?
Well, judging where I was at the start of the year, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I've gained one of these, like, just being out here and being able to do this, what I'm doing now, that's I'm happy with that, you know what I'm saying?
We're ending on a high.
We're ending on a very high level, you know what I'm saying? I was at the bottom of the bottom. You don't get lower than that, you know?
And now we're in a good place, looking forward to 2019, man.
Yeah, of course. 2019 is looking very fresh, as they say.
Lyrics, love that. So music-wise, you've been dropping records, there's been freestyles, all these bits and pieces. And the latest project, Strictly for the Streets.
Tell them again.
It's been out there for a hot minute. 17 records as well. You're not shortchanging anyone, bro.
No. We're coming. We got to come with how we came in it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came in the game, you know what I mean? We just do what we want to do, you know? So I ain't watching all these guys doing their 8, 12, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's their thing. That ain't my thing, you know?
And that's something that's always struck me about you is musically, you do you.
Yeah, of course.
There's no blurring of the lines. You know your lane. You know what you're about. You know the messages and the stories you've got.
I'm glad you're picking up on that. That shows you're listening properly.
Exactly. It needs to be done, man. And you're a guy, it sounds a bit mad, but he's a guy who I say, you rap.
Yeah.
You rap. When you hear a beat, you eat that up. You rap. There's no messing around there. You're hungry in the booth.
No game. But I'm cut from that era though. You know what I'm saying? Like the music we listen to, like even if we're not even rapping, like if we're having like rap debates, you want to be able to pull out, yo, but my man said this and that and
back up your argument.
Yeah. All right. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I know.
And what I think's dope as well and comes across in your music and your attitude towards your music is that we know musically you've been influenced from that. You know, the first wave of grime, it is, you know, Kano and it is Sidewinder and Esky Dancers.
You can't do that. You can't drop that beat.
We're just wheeling up sound beds now. There we go. Nice bit of just
what I'm saying, fam. Just not there. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just saying from that era, and it is that competitive element of your boy might just spin you on a Hot 32 if you talk, but you're going to come back in and do your thing. And that elevates the levels creatively.
Of course. That's how SN1 is though. You know what I'm saying? Like just the other day I got a verse from Hollow, you know what I'm saying? And when I heard what it was, I ain't trying to play the whole game. That's my brother, that's my big brother, you know what I'm trying to say? But fam, I need that. You know what I'm saying? I need that. You know what I'm saying?
It's that good competition, it's that good energy. You're like, you know what, that's cold, but I'm going to come colder.
Yeah,
and then you come colder and hopefully the record gets finished.
Yeah, and that's how we do it. That's how we build it on, you know?
And talking about Strictly for the Streets, how did you find that project and getting your hands into it? Because I know you're very hands-on with what you do. It has to come out in the correct way and sounding how you need it to sound.
Obviously, I wrote that all when I was locked up. You know what I'm saying? So that was I just wanted to capture that feeling that I was going through at that time and how I felt about whatever I'm talking about, you know? So that like basically, it sounds sad to say, I don't think we're ever gonna catch that level or that like emotion or whatever you want, that feeling ever again, because it come from a place that you gotta do some stuff to get into that position. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's a gift and a curse at the same time, you know? But yeah.
And it's a real snapshot, sorry to jump in, it's a real snapshot of you at that time and what you're dealing with.
Yeah. Because you can hear that pain, that aggression and that, you know what I'm trying to say, the frustration. So yeah, that's how I got that. Yeah, it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? So,
and what better way to get that across than on records? I say on wax because that shows my age, but on records.
On wax, I know what that means. You said that on wax.
Man's got those plates.
Yeah, come on.
We're all good. Now, I believe you're a quick writer.
Yeah,
you're a quick deliverer in the booth as well.
I don't want to talk, but you can ask. You know what I'm saying? Everyone got to tell you. Don't call me to that booth if you're on some 3-hour thing, because I'm going to be sitting there bored by the time I get in there, you know. I'm on like, what are we saying, like half an hour? Less. It depends as well. Like if I'm on a good, if it's that beat, you know,
and you're feeling it,
Yeah. I was to say half an hour, just to make it easier.
Just to make other people listening feel a bit better.
But there's certain verses I've done.
Multiple takes.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain verses I've done. You know what I'm trying to say? But trust me, that was whipped up real quick. Certain man on that, you know what I'm saying? Week. I've got to wait for the verse of that.
You don't mess around like that.
It's all good though.
You get that done. Now, I appreciate it's like asking artists to pick their favourite child when I ask you to pick your favourite record from the project.
Ooh.
Is that possible?
Secretly, you ran it already though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got there early. You got there early. Jump the gun.
Yeah, but true, you just did that off of your thing, so I can't really. Let me think. Ooh.
Told you it was a tough one.
I'm gonna go with the intro. You know. I'm gonna go with the intro.
I believe people have been stuck on that for a while. I've seen us online as well.
That kind of messed it up though, because people didn't get past it. You know what I'm saying?
That could have been your mixtape. Just one record on loop. You're done.
One record. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is though. But the intro.
The intro is what you're feeling. So I think it's only right that we play that right now.
All right, go on.
Let's get into it. Right now you're checking out Pyro Radio Thursday night. Myself, Jay Fresh, live in the place. We call the show Jay Fresh and Friends. Yeah, real simple like that. Real simple like that. A few shout outs to go through. Need to give big up to Rika Dan, also to Blade Vision, to Yasmin, to Shama, all locked in right now. And keep those shouts coming at Pyro Radio at Jay Fresh Official. I'm joined in the building right now by a guy who musically is dope. And we're going through his latest project. Yes, he's out there. Underline that. Put that in bold.
Tiny Boost.
Exactly. Tiny Boost in the place. It's good to have you here, bro. How we feeling?
We're feeling good.
Feeling good out there, prepared for Christmas, ready for Christmas. Got the presents all wrapped up, everything's nice?
Something like that. I don't really celebrate, but you know, I'm gonna go get some food.
That makes me feel better. 3 days away from Christmas, I bought no presents, nothing's wrapped, the shops are closed. Typical guy, I'm just doing that. I'll put myself out there.
I really don't know that. I'm gonna get some food though.
Oh, sounds good, man. Sounds good. So we're going for the project at the moment. It's well documented that you have been away for a little while, and that hunger and energy has come through in the records that you're writing during that period.
Yeah, for sure.
That time in your life, is it giving you a bit of an ability to reflect and divert those energies into music? Now you're back in the place. Now you're getting stuff out there.
100%. You know, you got to use that time to, you know, not just on the music, reflect on your whole life and make sure you're making the right decisions with anything, and then everything else that you want to do just fall into place, you know?
Yeah. So,
yeah, like that.
We're in a good place. We're in a good place personally and professionally.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. It's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. How for you has Peckham changed since you've been away?
It looks a bit, well, from what I can see, cause I'm not allowed around there, you know? So, from what I can see, what I've been hearing, obviously it's got its rough parts and that, but you know, it's always gonna be rough, innit? But they're trying to pretty up a little bit right now, so that's a bit better. I heard it's a bit better than from how I was, you know.
A lot of change happening, man.
Yeah, a lot of change.
Straight. Now, as your career is developing further, this word comes along and is thrown at you a lot. Industry.
Oh yeah.
That word comes up in every conversation. Now we're in a place now where historically, even from like punk music and all this stuff, decades ago to UK hip hop and jungle and grime the first time around, but traditionally some elements of the industry, some elements of the British public are very scared by stuff they perhaps don't understand or recognise. I've been
dealing with that my whole life anyways. So, what you asking how I feel about it?
Is that getting better?
Yeah, I feel like it is getting better. I think it's a lot better than how it was compared to, you know, like with all this social media stuff and all this, like, the internet or however you put it, and everyone's phones being so a part of their life, you know, like
being able to document
everything, and you see everything. Like, we're documenting this as we go now. Within, you know, 60 seconds, it could be all out there. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I think people are, you know, more connecting with it now. You know what I'm saying? So, they're getting more used to seeing brothers in hoodies, and whether you're white, black, whatever it is, Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting used to that kind of style, and it's even a dodging over because you see people dressing like how we dress now, and you know
as a look, as opposed to just life.
It's a lifestyle. This is our lifestyle. What I'm dressed like right now, this is a representation of my life.
This is you.
This is how we, you get me? So, but people are like looking at it now and saying, yo, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But this has always been cool for us. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's good.
Exactly, man. It's good to hear. Now, creatively, I've always been very strong in believing that music is a blank canvas. You paint your picture.
Yeah, of course.
Whether that is reality, whether that's being creative.
Yeah.
Like with film, that's the way I view it and stuff like that. There's been situations all over the world now where people have been making certain records and that's been used against them in an incriminating circumstance.
Yeah, for real.
So is that stuff, do you think, is that easily done? Or is that people just being a little bit too reckless?
Is it easily done with the people that use it against you?
In terms of doing the record and then getting into trouble and that record's used against them?
You know what it is? It depends on how. You know, with any case, these people just are gonna throw mud to make it stick. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever they can get their hands on.
So if you look like you're like, if say you're in for, I don't know, some sort of, let's just say violence or something like that, your song might not particularly, you know, be about someone in particular, but just to paint the picture to the jury, they're just gonna throw in something that they know they don't really understand.
Yeah.
You're in there waving whatever hands in a certain way, moving a certain way, fixing your face in a certain way. So it just paints the picture of how they want you to look. So it just helps them win their case. But obviously, if you monitor what you're saying, you got maybe more of a chance to break it down and not even have them use that against you, because you could argue, because you can
explain where it's come from.
You know what I'm trying to say? But if you got something blatant in there, you tell me how you're going to explain it. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's tricky, man. It's tricky.
It's like explaining a text from your side girl to your girl.
I need help explaining those texts. So what kind of advice can you give me, bro?
Boy, I don't know.
The second phone, the third phone, you leave in the glove box of the car?
You got a pattern, but exactly. So you got to pattern up. You know what I'm saying? That's how you should look at it.
Don't make the same mistake twice.
All right, you feel me? So, you know what I mean?
That's what we're saying, man.
Yeah,
now, show-wise, I know you're hungry to get out on the circuit. Did you have a show last week?
Yeah, I had a
Camden.
show last week, Camden.
How was it?
Link up to you, be up Rashid and Joey and them and there. It was all right, you know. Can't complain. I done what I had to do. You know, we're just building, so we just take it how it comes. Like, there could be no show, you know what I'm saying? So it was all right. It was good. It was a good feeling just to test out how, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to connect with the people that listen to me, so, you know.
Well, now we're, like you said, about things in life are a little bit different earlier. We're now in a situation where you might not necessarily need that major label because you got your fans on Insta. You get your Spotify streams. Once you're hitting those numbers, you're on the circuit anyway. That's now monetized, which again for you from before.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You know, there was that tricky period where how do you make that money?
Yeah. We wasn't even in a position where money was getting made. You know what I'm saying? So any way to get it without, you know, how they say it, selling your soul, basically. You're playing some rhythms, though.
Well, like, I knew the kind of stuff you like, and I'm like, the stuff that I like, the Memphis Bleak,
hey, what's that? Jada. That's Jada,
Kiss of Death.
Come on, man. What's going on? You know, but anyway, we gotta come back. We gotta come back and do something crazy. But,
spray some, we'll come back in the new year. We'll get some rhythms lined up. We'll do like a freestyle thing.
Yeah, of course. But sorry, that threw me off there. The shows. We talking about shows, isn't it?
Talking about shows, and now being in a sense where you can continue to be you in terms of performance and records, because you can connect with the fan base and make that happen.
So that's what I'm saying. So these things have been built. Well, we built it ourselves practically, like everyone that's involved. So with them opportunities now, it's just a better way to do things as well. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to be. In life, you don't ever want to give yourself over to anyone to make up anything off you. You know what I'm trying to say? You more time want to use someone else to help your situation. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, it's different strokes for different folks, as they say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
You're right,
Some people, they might be able to negotiate something where it works in their favor. You know what I mean? So, but right now, I'm just doing what I got to do. Everything I'm doing is working in my favor.
And I'm saying continue with that, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? Because when I hear records that we're going to play now, like on the corner, and I'm just like, it's one of those tunes that just gets wheeled up like 100 times.
Come on,
do you ever even get to the verse? It's just the beat.
I know, that's my problem though. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem with it. It takes two, like, it takes too long to get to the verse, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be thinking, yo, you need to pull that back now.
So my problem is I get too many reloads. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, well, boy, you know what I'm saying? I knew that was the banger. Shout out 5 Beats. That's the guy behind it.
Cold.
5 Beats. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? It's
very
cold.
cold. So let's get into it right now. Tiny Boost live in a place at Pyro Radio. This is that record, the tune that never gets played to the end because it just gets jacked like 1,000 times on the corner. Let's go, let's go. It's Pyro Radio, it's Thursday night, it's Jay Fresh and Friends right now. You're joining us, welcome. And if you've been here a hot while, it's good to have you still here, man. Tiny Boost in the place. And I believe that's the first recorded instance of that tune ever being played and not being rewound.
Come on.
I believe that's facts right there.
Facts, man.
So we're looking ahead. We've had a powerful 2018 and we're looking ahead to 2019. What kind of energy or projects can you share with us?
Obviously, man's working on the next tape already, you know what I'm saying? That's how we're coming, but you know, I think I'm just trying to smoothen it out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, Strictly for the Streets was mad, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're keeping that, but we're just trying to cool, like, you know what I'm saying? We're just trying to, me personally, I'm just trying to get in people's chest, you know, trying to get in people's heart, you feel me? Trying to get me, make sure they feel what's going on, you know what I mean?
And there's different sides to you musically. And,
yeah, of course.
And like I said, when that project was written and what was going on in life then compared to now, you know, it's going to be
different.
A
just
project.
Show, I don't know if it's growth, but just show a little bit of growth, a bit of like understanding of what's going on out here now, musically. But still, I'm doing what I want to do, you know what
That's the most important
You're
thing.
still going to have to listen to it how I put it down.
Sick.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know you're never going to waver on that. You're going to put it out there how you want to.
How I want to do it.
I forgot to say earlier about the artwork.
Okay.
Cold.
Yeah, that was.
I should have said at the start of the interview, but
that
the artwork was cold.
That was all my idea as well.
Very, very cold. For those who haven't seen the artwork, how would you describe it?
That's my life in one picture, you know. That's all my love, my closest people, you know, like my ends, you know. Like, it's basically just explain, like, yeah, it's my life, bro.
Everything is there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You put a lot of energy and soul and everything into the project, man. So just before we sign off, how can people hit you up? We know Twitter is a long thing, but you're active on Insta.
I'm on the gram, Peckham Made Boost, all one word, you know, no underscores, nothing like that. Peckham Made Boost, you hear me?
Exactly, and make sure you holler at him for those big shows in 2019.
Come on, you on that on the corner to put, you know?
Exactly. Listen, bro, great to link in person.
Come on.
Thank you for coming into the show.
I seen your support. Let me just get me. I seen your support, you know what I'm saying? I seen, like, there's a couple, let me just get this clear, like,
you know, let's have silence so we can hear that.
There's a couple people, you know, that shout us out and shout man out, you know, like, because they're just jumping on the wave and the wagon, you know what I'm saying? That's love, we respect that as well, but I know the difference, you know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like you're one of them people that is separate, you know, you listen to the tape properly, like you're not just an on the corner fan or a round one fan because there's a video for it, you see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's the difference. All right. So big up yourself.
We appreciate that. I had to drop it to silence. Let's get that message clear. But yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, Jamil. Thanks to Maurice, to everyone who's involved in getting you on the show.
You know?
And all the team. We're looking forward to 2019, man. We're going to get you in on that. We're going to get you in that freestyle session, spinning those old school rhythms,
we
bars.
Smash it.
Exactly. We look forward to it.
I love for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. So let's continue right now at Pyro, a record.